If you like your tea with a side of shade, just sit right back, cause you've got it made. These girls are here to gab and dish, and they do it all with a sassy swish. Always dusted, never busted, it's true, don't you know? Always dusted, never busted, it's the Punching Judys show.
Well, Ruby, it is time for the premiere of the Punching Judys show.
This is our big premiere episode.
It's our big opening, isn't it?
Well, not as big as some of your openings, darling.
My openings have gotten pretty big over the years.
Well,
but
you know, age and, you know, and
overuse.
Your fame
My
is really,
fame.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say overuse. I have been.
Well, I was thinking more of your fame. You like your grand openings.
Isn't she kind to me? Well, everybody, welcome to the premiere of our brand new podcast, The Punching Judys Shows. My name is Louvel, the shape-shifting chanteuse.
And I'm Ruby Ross, an iconic figure from the puppet drag community.
She's the only one.
Do you have to point that out every time?
Well, you usually do yourself.
Well, I bet you make me sound like I'm less important, let's say.
Well, you think you do that yourself, but we're going to be really important because of this brand new podcast. We're going to reach the masses with our intellect and our wisdom, Ruby.
Or we'll talk to a couple of folks.
Maybe a couple. A few of our friends.
A few more than that, though.
But hopefully more than a few of our friends will listen
It's pretty
to the show.
exciting. You know, it's something we've wanted to do for a while.
It is. And here we are doing our very first one. So, Ruby, tell everyone about yourself.
Well, you see, I started my life at a humble little town in Utah, of all places.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to Las Vegas with my Aunt Carol.
Oh, really?
Now, Carol was a waitress at the Caesar's Palace.
She was
the black sheep of our family for sure, and that really made me like her, of course.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then I learned to do drag while I was in Vegas.
Okay.
And then I went to San Francisco.
Really?
I chased a man there. You know how that goes.
I know how that is.
And somehow I ended up in Colombia in this weird drug prison situation. I know, it's a dark chapter.
Ruby, were you
in my
a drug
history.
mule?
Well, I was a mule because nobody would suspect a puppet, and I didn't even suspect a puppet myself.
I mean, it does make sense. You stick hands up your butt, so why not drugs?
I don't know what you're saying, but anyways, then I ended up in New York.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Andy and Debbie and the whole gang, and that's how I met you.
Yeah, I mean, we crossed paths. I had moseyed into the village one day, and I usually am in Brooklyn, you know.
Right.
I just cracked out like the rest of them. Right?
That's right.
But, you know.
And you looked it too, darling.
Well, back then I really did, let me tell you.
I bet you did.
Oh, God, it was rough. The first years of drag are always the roughest, you know.
That's what they tell me. I myself had wonderful first year.
Well, you probably had the same face for the last 20, huh?
Really?
Her work is really good.
Well,
I was complimenting you, girl.
I have a pretty good surgeon.
It's pretty hard, too.
Well, it's a little tough. Anyways,
Scott Spackle.
So we met up in the village.
We did, and
in a bar.
Lo and behold, we sort of hated each other at first. We sort of.
I don't think I hated you.
Well,
it was more of a
you were
loathing,
a little jealous
really.
because I was younger and prettier and upcoming, and you were sort of washed up.
Yeah, I don't think any of that was true. But
well, she can
whatever
say
you
whatever
want to
she
say.
wants, but we ended up in the Emerald City in Seattle, and now we're roommates. And let me tell you, it's really easy to have her as a roommate because she only takes up like a cubic centimeter of space.
I do, basically.
You know, she packs light.
My clothes and my wigs take more room than I do.
Yeah, that's true. It really is
and
true.
I have more wigs and clothes than you. That's a fact.
You do.
Yeah, that's a
you
fact.
do. Well, you can take sort of one dress and turn it into 5, which I cannot do, sadly.
It takes 5 dresses to turn into 1 for you.
Wow.
Well, I'm just being honest. You're a lot bigger than me.
Well, everyone's bigger than you, pipsqueak.
Well, you know.
My gosh. Already coming for me, Ruby.
Well, we
That's
are
kind of our
famously
thing.
feuding friends.
We
you
are
know.
famously feuding friends. That's right. Well, Ruby, you've told everyone a little bit about yourself. My name is Louvel. I'm the shape-shifting chanteuse here in Seattle. I'm going to ignore that. And I've been doing drag for 12 years. Do you see this bitch?
Yes, I see this bitch right here across from me.
Oh my God. Well, I guess she's too good to hear about my story. So
Well,
we'll
go
move
ahead.
on.
No, go
we'll
ahead.
Move on. No,
Please
we'll move
don't
on.
let me
We'll
intrude
move
on your
we'll move on.
your little
No, that's
tale
all
of
they need to know
woe.
anyways, because by the end of this whole experience, they'll be buying Louvel merchandise, not Miss Ruby merchandise.
Well, if you buy Louvel merchandise, you mean things you can buy in the drugstore. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Maybe I have a patented toothbrush I want to sell people.
Or some of them little diapers for elderly people.
Okay. They'll have my face on it?
That's right.
Oh my God. I don't know about that, Ruby.
Louvel diapers for that special moment when you piss your pants.
From laughing as hard as you do from my joke.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
Oh
hey.
my God, this bitch right here. She's rotten to the core.
So where are you originally from, darling?
I'm originally from upstate New York, Rochester, New York. They call it Crotch Fester, but mine was too clean, so I had to move.
Really?
Yeah, so I ended up in New York. That's where we met. And then I ended up in Seattle with you here, and the rest is history.
Yes, well, or herstory, as
Or
they say.
herstory. You know, we're both playwrights.
Mm-hmm.
We're both stars of stage and now screen.
I write music as well, which is something you don't do.
I do write music.
Do you?
You just don't let me use it.
Well, you know, there's a reason for that.
Oh my God. Well, forget her. Ruby,
I'm hard to forget.
let's get into the meat and bones of what we're here to do today.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know
Are you
what-
off carbs? Is that why we're not getting to the meat and the potatoes?
I love a carb, girl.
I know you love a carb. I've seen you with one.
Oh, man. Yeah, especially
You
when
love
they're
a
phallic.
carb like a slut on Aurora Avenue, girl.
Hey, I love the girls on Aurora Avenue. Did you know? Okay, so this is a complete tangent, but of
course it
so
is.
for those of you who don't know, we live in Seattle. Aurora Avenue is a street that is known for its
Hookers.
prostitutes,
Hookers.
hookers. They're
Yeah.
the classy ladies.
No. They are sex workers.
Sex workers. Yes, we have to respect them.
That's
And
right.
We do. It's
And
an
we
older
do. Yes,
profession.
it's fine.
We're basically sex workers
That's
at this
right.
point. But I don't really pay attention to women that way because I'm a homosexual. I know, it's disgusting, right?
I had no idea.
So I just never noticed the hookers. I never noticed them at all.
Yes.
And then one day I'm driving home from work and I just see this girl in a like fishnet hot pink bodysuit. I was like, what does she do? Oh, that's the hookers that people are talking about.
I saw them at the Lowe's parking lot once and I was shocked.
They were working for some wood, girl. They
Well,
wanted
you know,
the wood from
listen,
Lowe's.
It's expensive.
It is.
Life's expensive.
Lumber's hard.
That's right.
Lumber's very hard.
You are rotten.
All right, Ruby.
To
Well,
the very core.
we have decided to make this sort of a variety show, right?
Right?
And this variety show includes talking about some of our favorite things.
That's right.
Favorite, lots of things to do and see. Favorite, all the things we love.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Did you like that?
Oh,
She
it's a
worked
little
very
ditty
hard.
that I wrote with some help from my friend Derek.
Derek, really?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
He's wonderful.
Really?
He is a really marvelous man. Now, I've rewritten it several times, of course.
She likes to recycle old material. 'cause
That's
she
why I
can't come
work
up
with
new
you. You're just
material.
basically a recycle.
So, what was this amazing gift that you got, Ruby?
Well, it was wonderful. I was so shocked. It was my first fan art.
Did you bring it here today?
I did. It's right down there.
I'll get it.
You know I can't use my hands.
Oh, is your grip a little loose today, honey?
My hands are not able. Why don't you
all right.
grab it?
Okay, let's see what. Oh wow!
Isn't it great?
Oh, that's so cute.
I love it. I think it's a real good likeness.
It's beautiful work, but you know you're not this young in real life. I mean, look. She sort of has more of a tan.
Well, that was probably
Her
when
eyes are much more beautiful than yours.
Well, that was before the.
The lips are even more luscious than yours.
Well, I haven't had an injection for a while.
I think this was sort of Ruby maybe in her heyday.
I
What do you think, everyone?
I think I look very much like this.
I think that you used to, but the artist did an amazing job. Absolutely amazing.
I just loved it, and I almost had a tear come to my eye.
Really, you?
Well,
I didn't know you could squeeze blood from a stone.
well,
Gosh.
isn't it great? How many fan arts have you had?
Wait, I think I've had some fan art. I've had fan art at least once or twice over the last 12 years.
Right.
Oh, you think you're special, don't you?
Well, I have fan art. Do you?
I mean, Ruby, this doesn't even look like you. This could be another more beautiful woman, but it certainly isn't you. I think you inspired, someone to draw a different woman, but I don't think it's you. I think this is like Pamela Anderson.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this is someone else.
Right.
It doesn't say Miss Ruby on it.
Look, even my outfit, the purple outfit. Look, I'm wearing the purple outfit.
I guess so. Well, Ruby, it's nice that you had a little ego boost. You needed it. With all the cracks and the wear and the tear. Really started to get to your head.
Uh-huh.
And your head's really all you've got.
You're horrible.
I am horrible. It's
Well, so
true.
tell me about what's your favorite things this week?
My favorite thing is kind of weird.
Well, what's new?
And yeah, fair enough. So, do you ever go to gay bars? And they have jukeboxes, but they're not like the retro jukeboxes where you put a coin in.
Right.
They're like hook up to an app. So you can play like a jukebox song from the app. Like you request, you pay like $1.
Right.
It lets you put in a song.
Right.
So what I like to do is, I like to go to a bar on like a Friday night.
Uh-huh.
People are having a good time. They're bumping, they're grinding, they're having a drink, they're laughing, and they're listening to like Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Beyonce.
Basically, they're
Party
enjoying
music.
life, right?
Yeah, party music. They're dancing.
Uh-huh.
So I will go to the app.
Right.
I'll pay like $2 to cut in line so that my song goes on next.
Uh-huh.
And then I will put an Enya. And so it'll go from bum bum ba da da ba ba bum bum, then silence. And then doom ba boom ba ding doom ba sail away, sail. And let me tell you, the audible groan that I hear from these homosexuals.
I'm surprised they haven't 86'd you, darling.
They don't know it's me.
Oh,
It's
is
a
it
secret.
anonymous?
It's anonymous. It doesn't say who it is. So I troll the ever-living heck out of people. So I'm going to say my favorite thing this week are those little jukeboxes.
I think you're a horrible person.
I think I am too.
But then this isn't news.
No, but it's so fun to see how people react.
You're just a rotten troll. That's what you are.
People get so upset. I've had people go,
Sail
turn
away,
it off,
sail away,
change
sail
the
away.
song.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
I'm going to write a parody. Goes, go away, go away, go away.
Woo, woo, woo.
Go away,
Woo,
go away,
woo,
go away.
woo,
Because that's probably how they
woo.
feel about me. But no, honestly, this is my coming out as a jukebox troll today.
Well, apparently.
But I won't say what bars so people won't know. It's great.
Well, there's not that many gay bars in Seattle, darling.
but I don't, well.
I mean, obviously there's more than, say, in Everett.
Well, true.
Or,
I don't think there's any in Everett.
oh, I believe there is one.
Really?
Yes, I believe there is.
Oh, that's news to me. Didn't know they had gay people in Everett.
Well, there's gay people everywhere.
There is?
Yes.
I thought that we were just a liberal conspiracy.
No.
I
not
thought
at
it was
all.
only in cities.
Well, that's what you get for thinking.
It's the fluoride water. It makes people gay, doesn't it?
Is it the fluoride?
Ask RFK Jr.
I
He
can't
might
believe
know.
you're getting all political on us now.
We're not getting too political. Just a little sprinkling of politics.
Oh, well, it's politics is life. We all
Politics,
we
we
all
are
are
politics.
affected by it, and
We are
some of
all
us more
affected
than
by it.
others.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Screaming into the void. Okay,
You
I'm
done?
fine now.
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought you were having an episode
I
for a
was.
second.
I was.
Did you take
I
your
was.
pills?
I needed a Valium, but
Oh my God.
I'm okay now.
Jesus.
Anyways, so that was your favorite thing this week is trolling people?
Yeah. Honestly, it's my favorite thing a lot of the time. But
I don't know what to
listen,
say.
It's not a mean prank. I don't like mean pranks. But it's like, it's a funny prank.
So you're telling me harshing someone's mellow isn't a mean prank?
No, they're gay. It's Enya. They should love it.
Is Genya gay?
Enya is loved by the gays. She's a magical wood nymph who lives in a castle in Scotland. Of course she's loved by the gays.
Okay.
Silhouette, silhouette, silhouette.
I think we've...
On the Orinoco flow, Sandy Beach, let me see from the shores of Tripoli.
I don't get you.
I love Enya.
Well, I love Enya too.
Well, then what are we worried about?
I'm not worried about anything. You're the one who's having a weird fit over there with singing things that you don't...
screamed in the void earlier.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so off to our next little segment.
Yeah, which kind of it sort of bled into this.
Well, not really.
No, not really.
Not really.
All right. Well,
You know what it's all about, though.
It's about Miscellaneous.
Put a missile
A missile
with any anus.
Oh, Miss Ruby.
What you'll get is miscellaneous.
All right,
back.
welcome
Yes,
back.
welcome
We
back.
are in our next,
Our little segment.
Miscellaneous.
Because our show is in segments.
we love a segment.
I love a segment.
It's like an old game show.
It is.
Yeah,
We're like an old variety show, which most people out there aren't going to know what that is.
Yeah, they
really.
won't know who Carol Burnett is.
Or
Maybe they will.
Well, they do know Cher, and Cher had a marvelous. Oh, she had a marvelous variety show.
It's sort of like the Carol Burnett show mixed with the Muppet Show with both of us.
Why do you have to always bring that up?
The Muppets?
Yes, you know I don't feel. You know how I feel about the Muppets.
You don't like the Muppets?
You know that I was declined when I auditioned, and you know how that it hurts my
Well,
heart.
girl,
You know.
Miss Piggy got the role and you didn't, and you need to calm down. Miss Piggy did a better job. And I thought we worked through this with your therapist, okay? I thought we talked about this.
You worked through it.
Girl, I guess it's a little raw and sore after all these years.
Let's just drop it.
Okay.
Can you just drop it?
Okay, well, we'll talk about a different piece of media, all right?
All right.
I have to say, everyone's talking about it. I'm pretty fucking excited about Wicked.
What is it?
Wicked.
Oh, that Wicked.
Did you just have
I was thinking of your personality.
Oh my God, girl. No, the movie!
I know the movie with
I'm
Ariana
so
Grande and...
Yep, Cynthia Erivo.
Oh, she's fabulous.
They're both fabulous.
I'm really excited about it, honestly.
Honest to God.
It's really something to look forward to. And God knows they've been telling us about it for what, months and months?
Well, it started with Ariana cheating on her boyfriend with that guy who plays Bach. Bach. The character Bach.
Bach.
But we've known about it, that it was coming for like 2 years.
Really?
And it's here
It feels
this
longer.
weekend.
It feels longer.
It feels longer. I was very much a Wicked gay when I was a kid. That was sort of like the big new musical.
The new musical when I was a kid was a chorus line.
Well, that says a lot about you, doesn't it?
I'm afraid it does, darling.
Jesus
and it
Christ.
says a lot about my plastic surgeon.
1978?
Yeah.
Well,
I went and saw it on Broadway, darling.
It's a great musical.
Well, it hasn't aged that well, to be honest.
Neither of you. But anyways, Wicked, so first off, what I love about it is the whole set is real.
Right.
It's a real working set.
Instead of doing the
digital
GPS
shit,
or the ACS or whatever it is.
My Little Gay Heart is going to sing. It's going to look so good. The only thing, I don't understand why they put it into 2 movies. That just seemed a little greedy, but I get it. I get it.
You know.
Get it.
Dollars and dollars and dollars.
And my gay ass will go and see both of them.
Of course you will.
On opening night.
Of course. You've probably got your tickets already.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And see it like 3 other times.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you won't go, though.
No.
You'll wait till it's out on streaming or something. You don't leave the house that often
What's
anymore.
a streaming?
Exactly. She'll have to go get tickets. But I'm so excited.
I'm going to go see it. I'm really excited about it. Listen, I'm a theater kid from way back.
I mean,
way further back than you.
When Shakespeare was the main playwright in the theater. Theater on the Round. That's where you're from. All that long time ago.
Really?
Yes.
Is that where we're going today?
That's where we've gone, girl.
No, but I mean, I think about it. This is literally a gay event.
It's a gay moment.
It's a big gay moment.
It's like the biggest gay moment in the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, yes, it really
it's
is.
Like, it's the gay moment. It's like the Barbie movie was for women. It's the gay-ass moment.
It really is.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I was just thinking of the big gay moments in my life, like I remember we were all really excited to go see American Gigolo.
Deuce Bigelow?
American Gigolo! You don't even know, do you?
Is that a movie?
It had Richard Gere.
Okay.
And Blondie.
Okay.
Did the theme song.
And that was a gay...
On the line.
That's what that's from?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And what was so exciting and why it was a gay moment was that it was the first time there was full frontal nudity in a mainstream motion picture by a man.
The gays were like, ooh, honey.
Richard Gere. It was the full Monty, darling.
Did he have big gear?
Well, it was kind of a quick passing. We don't. You really couldn't.
But back then, you were stars.
Well, it was a big deal, darling.
It was a big.
And also, I remember Making Love. That had Kate Jackson. She was in that the Charlie's Angels.
And the gays loved that too.
Well, yes, because it was about two men falling in love.
Oh, I didn't even know what that movie was.
Are we going to have to go back and do history lessons?
You're so much older than me, Ruby. You're so much older.
Well, tell me some of your big gay moments in.
Oh, God.
For your generation.
Honestly, I want to say probably, I don't think, you know what?
What?
Actually, I think the biggest gay moment in my lifetime is movie-wise was Brokeback Mountain.
Oh. That was something, wasn't it?
I'll be honest, I love that movie. I watch it once a year.
It was a good movie. It made me. It
literally
made me cry.
I can't quit you, Ruby.
I know.
I can't do it. But let me tell you, Jake Gyllenhaal is a champ because he bottomed after eating a can of beans with only spit for lube.
Honestly, I do not want to go down this road, darling. You are such a foul-mouthed kind of gal.
Okay, we won't go there.
Yeah,
but
really?
My favorite line I love Brokeback Mountain because my favorite line, you see Anne Hathaway, she's all dolled up.
I know.
She's all dolled up.
I love Anne.
She got them fingers on, and it's like it's supposed to be aged in like her 40s or 50s.
Yes.
And she's on the phone with
Ennis, wasn't it?
Ennis.
Yeah. Is it Ennis or Enos?
And I know
that kind of goes back.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. But she's on the phone and he's asking, "Have you seen? I want to see Jack." Because that's how he talks.
Yeah.
He talks like this.
Kind of had like he had marbles in his mouth.
Yeah, marbles. And she's like, "Jack Twist, more like Jack Nasty." I just say that sometimes.
Well,
Jack Twist, more like.
Do you know what another big gay movie moment was?
What's that?
The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, hell yeah.
Another Anne Hathaway.
And it's going to be a musical.
I know. And you know who's going to play?
Yes. Tell everyone.
Vanessa Williams.
I know.
Oh, my God. On Broadway. Honestly, I remember when she was Miss America and then wasn't Miss America.
Now she's gotten her cake and her flowers.
Oh, she did. In fact, Miss America literally died after they treated her so bad. I mean, who cares about Miss America anymore?
Thought you meant like the next person who took over for her passed away.
No, but like she may as well have, because who was she?
That'd be a little suspicious.
I suspect you couldn't name her.
I don't know any Miss Americas.
Well, there's been quite a few in my lifetime, but that was the best
Never
one.
you.
But speaking of Broadway.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Me too.
I really want to go back. It's been a couple of years since I've been back to Broadway.
Yeah.
But did you know that our dear 6 degrees, well, it's actually a couple of degrees of separation.
It's only really one.
It is one degree of separation.
Yeah, it's only one. Yeah.
Our dear 1 degree of separation friend, Jinx Monsoon has been cast in the role of Ruth in the new original Roundabout Theater production of Pirates, a Penzance musical on Broadway.
Why did they change the name?
Well, because if they called it the Pirates of Penzance, people would think it was just a regular old production of Pirates of Penzance.
But it is.
Well, it may be, but there's new music, new orchestrations, new people in it, a new director.
I don't like it.
New writers.
I like the original name, Pirates of The Penzance.
Well, this is Pirates, a Penzance musical.
Pirates. A Penzance musical. It's very I get it. I get what they're doing. But yeah, she's going to be Ruth.
Yes. And you know what? And you know what's really wonderful about that?
What's that?
Is I remember back when she was. Well, I've heard stories. Have you heard the stories about when I don't know if you all are aware of this, but I was Miss Bacon Strip 2023.
You were. Yes.
And you know who was also Miss Bacon Strip?
Jinx was as well. You're from the same line of royalty.
That's right. Yeah. I'm a royal. Anyways,
a bacon royal.
One of the
that sounds like a Burger King. A bacon royal.
That's right. That's right. I'm a bacon royale. Anyways, apparently, when Jinx won Miss Bacon Strip, back in those days, they had a like roses made out of raw bacon.
Oh.
And she ate them.
Ew, raw?
Raw.
Girl, I'm glad she didn't get salmonella.
She did get sick, apparently.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny. She's just a person. But what's wonderful, and I really don't mean to go on and on about this, but this, she played Mama Morton.
Yeah, she did.
In
no, it's Opening Doors.
Chicago.
It opened. What do they say? High tides raise all ships.
That's right. And then she was in she played Audrey.
Yeah.
In
Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. And this means that she is actually going to originate a role in a new production.
Okay.
And you know what it does?
What does it do, Ruby?
It makes her eligible for a Tony.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Do you think she'll be nominated? I mean, well, guess we'll have to see. Is it 2025?
Which is the first step to getting an EGOT,
Yeah.
I'd like to see her get an EGOT.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, she was in Doctor Who.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. I will say, as a live singing theatrical redhead from Seattle, it does make my life a little bit more difficult. But
darling, don't worry. No one is ever going to mistake you.
Well, not anymore.
Nobody is ever going to mistake you for Jinx Monsoon.
Well, that's why I grew the mustache.
I don't know that that's helping.
Well, you gotta try, right?
Although I do have to say she has wonderful taste in musical help, because we have worked with one of her collaborators. Oh, I just love Major Scales. Major Scales. He is a lovely man. He is. He's really wonderful. Honestly, one of the nicest people. And my good friend Javon Stratton, who does a lot of my costumes. Jamie, big costumer and friend of Jinx and Dela as well. Yeah, they're wonderful. It's that people. 1 degree of separation. I know. Let me tell you something. All right. It's wonderful to know these people. It is. But it's always like one of those things where it's like, you're so close to it. You're like, when is it going to be my turn? So, folks. It's never going to be your turn. Wow. Now, me on the other hand. You better hope so, because we're doing this together. So, folks, help us make it our turn. Please tell your friends, tell your family, subscribe, tell your neighbor, whore out for us. If you're having sex, turn us on in the back with your, the tray that you picked up from Grindr. Honestly, they'll love this. You just never know when to quit, do you? It's an aphrodisiac. It is. It is. It's an aphrodisiac. Right up there with oysters. Oh, God, oysters. Don't you like oysters? I hate them. Huh. Hate them. They're down disgusting. By the sea lived a lonesome oyster. We're not going to go there again. Calm down. Anyways, well, listen, I wish her all the best. I do too. I hope she does amazing. I think she's a wonderful performer. She is. I think she's a wonderful person. I just am really proud of her, and I'm proud that she's, having the success she's having. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe one day you'll be the first puppet on Broadway. No, that was Avenue Q, darling. Oh, you're right. I also did not get that part, and you are just rubbing it in again. Ruby, why do you do this? Ruby, I think you need to get over yourself a little bit. It just feels like you're poking me in all my hurty spots. Well, that's your wig. That's poking you in all your hurty spots. You aren't just cruel. I do love you, but I just hate you. Okay, well, Ruby, let's I love to hate you. I know you do. You love to hate me, too. I love to hate myself. Well, there's that. That you need some therapy for. I go to one. It hasn't helped yet. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to get on to our big thing. Yeah, let's move on. Bad advice. Bad advice. On your mark. Get set. Get set.
We told you once and we told you twice. We can't recommend our bad advice. We can't recommend our bad advice.
Welcome back!
Welcome back! Well,
so this is our, well, I would call this one of our favorite segments.
I think this is my favorite segment.
Is it?
Yeah, because, you know, we're not liable for the things that we tell people to do because we've told them up front that it is going to be bad advice.
It's clearly bad advice.
We're not trying hard, folks.
I feel like we should do like on those drug commercials where it's like, this bad advice may cause cancer. It might cause you to lose your nose. Your hand could fall off.
You'll lose everyone you ever loved, ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
So always check with your...
So don't listen to us. Well, listen to us, but don't follow the things that we're saying.
Unless you
want to lose everything. Oh, maybe you want to have a dramatic breakup. Then you can follow our advice. That's the best.
Hey, listen, there are people who just love drama.
Yeah, and that's why they should be listening to our show.
Drama, 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 drama. Kind of like you.
Anyways, I'm going to get into this first letter.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
This is from our good friend, Deborah Messing. No, it's not from Deborah Messing.
She's messy for sure.
Deborah Messy. Deborah Messy. Yeah. So this is from Deborah Messy. And she says,
yes,
my boyfriend has been away for almost 3 weeks and was supposed to return yesterday from his trip.
Oh, I bet she's feeling very lonely.
But he told me last minute that he decided to stay with his family for another day.
Why?
I'd been waiting excitedly for nearly 3 weeks for him to get home and went to the trouble of getting his favorite snacks and beer, plus some decorations to celebrate.
Aww.
As you can imagine, I was kind of let down.
Right.
That he changed his plans. Plus, he didn't really have a reason why he changed his plans, so I guess I was pretty upset.
I would be.
The thing is, he has surprised me, quote unquote, in the past by showing up earlier than he was supposed to. So I asked him straight up, at least 5 times, whether he was lying to me because he wanted to surprise me. But he said he was genuine, and he even sent her a screenshot of a canceled ticket. So I let it go, took down the decorations, ate some of the snacks, and sadly settled in for an extra day of him gone.
I wonder what kind of decorations they were.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, I've never really decorated for a lover coming home.
I guess you just put rose petals in like your ass in the air. I don't know.
That's a possibility.
Probably what she did.
It's probably what you do.
That's absolutely what I do. But he goes and shows up when he was supposed to.
What?
I was of course happy to see him, but maybe not as enthusiastic as he thought I would be. He asked me why, and I said I really didn't appreciate him making up intricate lies, and it made me feel bad and distrustful, and that this did not feel like a welcome surprise.
No, it doesn't really.
It's weird.
Yeah.
He got mad and said everyone likes surprises and left to go to our friend's house. Then he texted me and said I'm being silly and making a mountain out of a molehill. Our friend also feels like I'm being a jerk about it all. Now I feel like maybe I'm being a fool. What should I do?
Well, honestly, everybody doesn't love a surprise.
I don't. Well, okay.
Now, personally, I would have loved a surprise bon voyage party, but a certain someone did not do their part.
We're not going to bring that up.
Oh, you're not going to bring it up, but I am.
No, because I'm going to ignore it.
Oh.
I think...
You know I'm never going to get over it.
You should.
No.
Just like Miss Piggy and Avenue Q, you just the long line of things that you hold a grudge for.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Anyways, let's get on subject.
Deborah Messy is waiting for our amazing...
Hello, Deborah.
Amazing advice.
Hello, Deborah.
Deborah Messy. Hello, Deborah.
Deborah Messy.
Deborah Messy. Okay, Deborah, here's what I think.
Okay.
Deborah, I think that it's time for you to take a step back from this relationship. And I think you need to tell him, I told you not to surprise me. I asked you 5 times, and he still said... Yes, I'm not going to surprise you.
I know, that seems weird, doesn't it?
It's a weird thing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
How do I put this? It feels like,
It's like a weird cheating thing.
Well, it's like he wants to keep her off guard.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of...
Maybe he's trying to kill her. I think that's I think, Deborah,
On this very special episode... Oh, no. Of Dateline. Dear God. Well, that's a possibility.
I think, Deborah, I think that you need to become paranoid because this man is trying to kill you.
Well, or he's trying to drive her crazy. Did you ever see that Alfred Hitchcock movie where they was trying to drive that woman crazy?
Or Gaslight. With Angela Lansbury.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's where the
gaslighting
word
from,
came
that everybody
from.
uses.
That was quite a movie, wasn't it?
Oh, it was something else.
I love that movie.
Amazing.
And honestly, Angela Lansbury in anything.
But you're showing your age again, sweetheart. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because I think my skin looks better than yours.
I think that anybody who looks at you sees your age is showing. But, Deborah, here's the thing.
Okay.
I think that you need to beat him at his own game. I think that you need to start showing up at weird times of the day.
And surprise him.
And go, bah!
That's a fabulous idea.
And then when you're doing it, you need to add some kind of physical gag.
Oh, I know the exact one to do.
Which one?
I think a big surprise would be to put some of that really fabulous saran wrap over the toilet seat.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And then when he shits himself, you can be like, surprise!
I'm going to say pie him in the face.
Well, it's not quite.
Do whatever you can, Deborah. I want you to make this man feel so regretful for the things that he has done to you.
Do you know what another thing she could do?
What's that?
She could put sugar in the tank of his car.
Does that do something?
It destroys the car!
Wait, really?
Yes!
Wait, so I have a question then.
Yes.
Why do they say I gotta put a little sugar in my tank?
Because they want to destroy their tank,
But
apparently.
that's a sex term.
Well, sex is different. It's like
sex
a little sugar in your bowl.
Well, sex can destroy you. I would
That's
know.
true. Maybe you don't want some sugar in your bowl.
You don't want any sugar in your
I
tank.
do love that song, though. Put a little sugar in my bowl. Do you know that song?
No.
Well, once again, it's my age showing.
Yeah, well, we can't all be
old,
elderly like you.
I'm a historical mausoleum of information.
You're going to be in the Smithsonian one day.
With any luck.
Yeah, you'll outlive us all in that way.
Well, I would not feel bad to spend the rest of my life next to my aunt, Madam.
Maybe Kermit will be there still. With Piggy, too. Oh, you know what they'll do? They will put your box right next to Kermit and Piggy's.
Yeah, anyways, go on.
And Deborah, so just destroy him. Ruin his life.
Yeah.
Make him regret everything he's ever done.
But you know what else she needs to do?
What?
She needs to get even with that friend.
Yeah, what is this friend
kind of
doing?
a friend takes his
It's probably
side?
it's probably his friend. It's probably some guy named Derek, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I think she's fucking crazy."
Probably.
Yeah, I just like, what's up with bitches?
That's the kind of guy it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right.
Yeah, probably watch.
I think that. So what she should do? What should she do to Derek?
I think she should just tell Derek to fuck off.
That's not that fun.
Well, no, but it's Derek probably needs it. You know what she should do? She should have one of her friends seduce Derek.
Oh.
And then when they're going to have sex, punch him in the ball. No, don't assault people.
I was going to say that you're just going to end up in jail.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that,
Don't
do that, Deborah. Don't take that bad advice.
That's bad advice.
That is clearly bad advice.
No, how about you'll get one of those clown. Oh, I know. Have him seduce a friend, say that she's going to come over in the middle of the night, and then hire a clown to show up at the door instead. And go honk honk and squirt him in the face with the water flower.
Or a pig.
Or, honestly, this is sort of the solution to everything.
Right.
Have him have a horrible accident.
No, I don't think that's the answer.
I know.
Although, you know what would be funny?
What?
Is if she sent out wedding announcements for Derek and her boyfriend.
Oh, see, I like that.
That would be funny.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, just send them out and say, "Oh, a surprise!" It's a big surprise.
I didn't know you were so homophobic, Ruby.
I'm not.
You are.
But it would be a surprise to him because he didn't ask his friend to marry him.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe that was the whole. Lie.
Are you thinking maybe that's why
they were gonna Chuck and Larry it?
Oh, that's true. I hated that movie, by the way.
I will say that was a gay event, but for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly. That was the worst of gay events you could ever have. Anyway. Well, Deborah, I hope we've not answered your question and given you all the advice you shouldn't take.
I think that Deborah's going to have a great time listening to our advice.
Honestly, I think Deborah should just move on.
Yeah, Deborah.
I mean, if I was going to give good advice, I would be like, this dude is gaslighting you, you should just move on.
Yeah, he doesn't sound very nice.
No, not really.
And he thinks he's.
I mean, it's one thing if you had not asked him several times to not surprise. Some people don't like surprises.
No.
I myself love a surprise bon voyage party.
You'll never know. You'll never have one.
That's true.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Anyways, let's read the next letter.
Okay, cool.
And while you're reading the next letter, I'm going to do a little poem I learned in second grade. A terrible sound thundered the room, and the whole class ran out with a zoom. Out of the room ran Seymour Tart, the embarrassed owner of that monstrous fart.
What the heck?
Down through the halls with a terrible rush, he pooped on the toilet with a terrible gush. When the whole class returned to the room,
what are you doing?
Seymour was nowhere in sight, nor his fume.
Why did you say that?
It's a poem that I learned once, and I was doing it while you were getting the next letter.
Was this supposed to be like the entertainment of the interim between me and the 5 seconds that was going to take me to take this paper out?
Tell me you didn't love that.
I don't know if I loved it.
You know you loved it.
I thought it was a very strange segue, but I'm not going to ask questions anymore.
I love to do poetry.
Yeah? Are you a poet?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know it.
Well, that's because you aren't much to pay attention.
Oh, my God. All right, Ruby, let's get this next letter.
Uh-huh.
This is from...
A terrible sound thundered the room.
Okay, they've heard it the first time, girlie. Jeez Louise. All right, do you want to know who our next letter is from?
Of course.
This is from Chiquita Banana.
All right.
Yeah, Chiquita Banana.
All right.
And Chiquita Banana writes, is it weird that I'm confused and no longer attracted to my boyfriend when he openly shares his desire for others? I mean, I'm happy he's more open and honest with me and that he's comfortable to share his feelings, but when he talks about his celebrity crushes or people he finds sexually arousing, it's just a huge turnoff for me.
Oh, I would think.
I get that it's a thing. We are both young and we probably both find each other or other people attractive at some point or other.
Sure, we all do.
It really turns
I'm old
me...
and I find people attractive.
I don't think people find you attractive, but it really turns me off when he shares this information with me.
Uh-huh.
I feel like a buddy rather than his romantic partner. I don't feel insecure, just turned off. I don't see celebs as all that special. So getting all hot and bothered over them is really unattractive to me. Like, do you really have no control over your desires and urges?
That's weird.
If we weren't in a relationship, it wouldn't matter, but we have been together for over 3 years, and he says it really doesn't mean anything, but for some reason, it just sticks me as a weak and pathetic. And I feel bad for thinking about him this way. Is it a deal breaker? Am I unrealistic? Girl,
well,
I'm annoyed with this one already.
I mean,
she needs to get over herself.
How so?
Chiquita Banana, get over yourself. I don't even think this is going to be bad advice on my part, but it's not like he's going out and cheating on them. In fact, the fact that he's so comfortable sharing his feelings about these other people means that he is comfortable with her and that, you know, he's not going to go and do that thing. It's the people who don't talk to you about shit are the ones that you have to worry about cheating on you.
Yes, but it's not... Listen, I agree with you because I'm all for any kind of relationship people agree to, right?
Yeah, right.
But it needs to be a two-way conversation.
Okay.
Not a one-way conversation. And if it makes Chiquita uncomfortable, then it's her own fault for not saying, this makes me uncomfortable. Or his. I don't know. Is she a she or a he?
I don't really know. They didn't give us any pronouns. So really this could be different depending on what
Doesn't matter. I mean, if they're not comfortable, they should say, hey, I'm not comfortable with that.
Listen, Ruby, when I date a man for the first time, you know what I tell them? I think you're gorgeous. I'm always going to think you're sexy. But I will never only have eyes for you.
Well,
I set the expectation right away because I'm for lack of a better word, I am a whore. I love men, Ruby. I love looking at them. I think like 80% of my mind capacity is thinking about men.
I know, but the thing is you're upfront about it.
Yeah.
Has he been upfront about it?
Well, we don't know. She just said, because she said, it seems like it's a recent thing that she found unattractive. So I think, Chiquita, you know, here's the thing, Chiquita. I think,
Leave him. Leave him today. Find your own apartment. Blow up his car.
Blow up his car?
scream to the neighbors.
Yeah.
Call his mom. Tell her all about it.
Oh my God.
I think that's the best bad advice you can have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiquita, here's the thing. I think you need to go to a nunnery because you're not capable of being in an adult relationship where people are open.
Uh-huh.
I think you're very insecure, Chiquita.
Uh-huh.
And you'd be better off in a fucking convent. So I think consider this your calling for the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And go get your habit, honey, because let me tell you, here's the thing. This is a real life story, this one I'm going to tell you about. It is literally insane to me.
Did they go to a nunnery?
No, but they should.
Uh-huh. How do you
this
solve a problem like
this guy I know.
How do you hold it?
Okay, girl, calm down. This guy that I know, he told me one day, he comes up to me and says, so, you're gay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Does your boyfriend ever, like, make you apologize for things that you've done in dreams?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, my girlfriend got mad at me for something that I did to her in one of her dreams and made me apologize.
Wow.
Like, that's insanity.
That is insanity.
Like, that's gotta be, and this is what Chiquita Banana's reminding me of. This is insane.
Well, yes, I don't disagree.
Chiquita, get over yourself. You got it. This is what I want you to do, Chiquita. You're gonna say, I'm Chiquita Banana. And I'm here to say, bananas have to ripen in a certain way.
Or just go to a nunnery.
Just go to the nunnery, girl.
Yeah.
You can't handle it.
I mean, the nice thing about a nunnery is you're married to God.
I don't think you have to pay rent in a nunnery either. Maybe that's the new millennial secret to home ownership.
That's possible.
Or affordable
that may be
living.
the only way they can afford one.
Yeah, joining a nunnery.
That's right.
Free room and board.
Free room and board.
You don't have to worry about money anymore.
You do have to work a lot.
You do have to work a lot.
Yeah,
but
apparently.
Hey, for some of us,
I've seen The Sound of Music.
Listen, I think I'd be great because I'd be able to be on my knees at least 5 times a day, praying to a statue of a shirtless man.
Oh, stop.
It'd be perfect.
Just stop.
It'd be perfect. I'd be great at it.
You are just the worst. I just don't understand
Black
you.
is slimming.
Well, that's true. That could be helpful with me.
Well, you're looking a little lumpy, sister.
Well, you know.
Must be all that stuff.
It's holidays. Yeah. And I just went through, Halloween.
Yeah. All that
candy. Lots of it.
Well, they used you as a piñata, didn't they? They shoved all that candy inside of you and beat you with a stick.
I do not appreciate you calling me a piñata. This is the 3rd time you've done this in this month.
If you were a piñata, that'd be cultural appropriation. All right. Well,
I've had
Chiquita,
it with you. I
don't like you, bitch.
I don't.
I'm not talking about Chiquita.
Oh, I'm talking about you.
Oh, wow. Chiquita, I think you need to get over yourself.
I think that she just needs to have a real conversation with her boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever and just be like, hey, this doesn't work for me. So bye.
Well, that's good advice, girlie.
Well, that's true.
I want bad advice. I want her to ruin her own life.
Well,
Honestly, though, I think he's going to break up with her. Here's the thing. I think he's going to leave her.
I do too. And I think she should leave him first.
Well, that's always the best thing to do.
That's always the best bad advice.
The punchline.
Get them before they get you.
So that they can't say, I broke up with you. You say, no, bitch, I broke up with you.
That's right.
I didn't want your ass anymore.
That's correct.
So this is general bad advice for everyone. Always be the first person to break it off.
Break it off!
You don't need to be with them anymore. Go find a new one in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, well,
Just sort of be transient from
I'm always amazed at people who can find new people that fast.
I am one of those people.
I'm on like year 26. I haven't had a lover in like a decade.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
I've had many lovers in a decade, but I haven't had a lover in the decade, so.
Well, you dated Jack in the Box at
That's
one
right,
time.
I did date Jack.
And he would pop up and surprise you all the time. That must be why you agree with Deborah Messy so much in her letter.
Well, the problem with Jack was that he was always popping his weasel before we even got started.
That is a problem. That is a problem. All right, Ruby. Well, I think that's all we have today for bad advice.
Is that it? Oh,
I think that's it.
This has been fun.
It has been.
I'm glad
so
you all
much
came
fun.
to our first premiere episode
of the Punching Judys show.
Of the Punching Judys show, that's correct.
It was a lot of fun. Ruby, and guess what?
What?
I even had a good time with you.
Aww.
I'm looking forward to doing this project together.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a good time for us to just unwind and talk shit and hope to God it's funny enough that people will buy into it.
And I hope that you can learn to not poke me in all my hurty spots.
Well, I'll try to learn even better so I can poke even harder.
Well, you know. Do you know what time it is?
It's time.
It's time to ask people to subscribe.
That's right. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok,
and YouTube.
And you can listen to the audio feed at Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. We're always at the Punching Judys.
That's right.
And Ruby.
The time has come to say goodnight. It's later than you think. We've had some laughs, shared some fun, and toasted with some drinks.
Until next time, I have to say,
whenever that may be, please do that thing we always ask.
And please subscribe for free.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you again soon.